Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Learning. Bill Taylor alongside Andrew Wilson virtually, coming to us live from the weather compound in an undisclosed location, right? Is Dick Cheney in there?
Yeah, somewhere in Northwest San Antonio.
There you go. There you go. Good to see you, brother. How you been?
Yeah, been great. I was actually at the station earlier on today. I got to be in front of the chroma key actually for the first time in about 2 months. So I
Was
filled
it
in for
that long?
meteorologist Paul Morales. By the way, yesterday was his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Paul. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
hope you had a great one.
big congratulations. I didn't know till this morning, but one of our beloved, Audrey Castoreno, is going to have a baby. Her and her husband are expecting in November. So that was
Yeah, I
great
had
news.
no idea either until she actually announced it to the morning show this morning too, and I was like, "Congrats!"
I know, right?
Awesome news.
Yeah, somebody's been busy during
Yeah,
quarantine.
yeah.
But yeah, she's all excited. It'll be a fiesta baby, which wouldn't have happened unless we had the quarantine because we're doing a November fiesta this year. So
That's
that's really
right. Yeah.
cool.
So she had announced it during the morning show saying it's going to be a fiesta baby because of it being in November with the November fiesta. So that's kind of works out instead of it being a Thanksgiving baby.
Exactly. Yeah. So here we are on a hot and humid Friday. We've got some beautiful pictures to show you in a few minutes, but we've got to first and foremost cover what's happening heading into Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, it's a 3 to 4 day rain event that looks to unfold. We've got this live radar image just to show you that despite the clouds and the humidity, there's not a drop on radar right now. We're still expecting a few isolated showers, maybe a few thunderstorms to develop in daytime heating later this afternoon. Yesterday stayed pretty quiet, but man, Wednesday night, Andrew, that got pretty wild with the winds.
Yeah, we had those storms move in from the west and they swung through pretty quick. Had a lot of lightning with some of those storms too, especially west of San Antonio.
Big time. Yeah, Del Rio had a severe thunderstorm warning up until 7:30. And then I'm waiting on that line as it's marching east. I'm thinking something's going to go severe. What was missing was the hail. Hail sizes were
Mhm.
maybe pea to marble at their greatest. There was one hailstone near an inch in diameter at Del Rio Wednesday night. But then when the storm line was moving east, it wasn't producing much in the form of hail, but it was producing some really high winds. We had 60-mile-an-hour gusts at Hondo. We had 48 at Converse. We had 45 on the south side. I mean, so it was a very gusty night of winds. I was reading on Facebook, a few of our followers were complaining. They had pergola damage even at their house, so some deck work was done.
Mm.
Tracy
Wow.
says, no, I don't hug wild hog trappers. They stink like dead hog. That could be the quote of the day, Tracy. I love it. So our wild hog trappers in the house, still looking for hugs. Yeah, Danica, happy birthday to Paul. He looks good for 73, doesn't he? He looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Happy Friday. We're having a great time here in the classroom. All right, so radar clear now, but that will all start changing. I want to first cover what we've got with the heat and humidity. The air temperature running right now at 90 degrees. We've got 93 Cotulla and Pearsall, as well as Beeville and George West. So they're already cooking up to some mid-90s. And remember, we're
Wow.
still 3 to 4 hours away from our daytime high. We're climbing still. So it's typically 4 to 5 p.m. we'll hit the daytime high. Now the humidity measured by our dew point temperature, lower 70s, even a few mid 70s, tropical air in place, 71 at Kerrville, 70 in the city, 75s at George West, Beeville, Hallettsville, Columbia. Look at Port Lavaca, 78. So this, when added with the temperature, this is what your body thinks the temperature is. 100 here in the city, 103 Floresville, Pleasanton, 104 Cotulla. Man, we've got to hydrate in this kind of heat, Andrew.
Yeah, it's definitely the kind of weather where you need to drink plenty of water if you're going to be outside in the afternoon. And the sunshine too. We're going to get a little bit of sun here and there this afternoon. Still pretty cloudy out there looking out the window, but it will get a little bit more sunshine. It's also important to wear plenty of sunscreen.
Big time. And sunglasses, the sunscreen for the eyes. Don't forget that. And you remember, too,
Oh, yeah.
as the afternoons have worn on, I should say, some of those clouds break up. We get a little bit more sun. It's just kind of a mix of clouds and sun out there. But we will see a few isolated showers develop. Let me show you the future radar image. We were just talking before we went up on this Facebook Live. The models have been all over the place the last 24 hours.
Yeah, they really have been. Some showers, some models have shown showers and storms in for tonight. Some have shown them in just for tomorrow. Something that a lot of them have been consistent on is the amount of showers and storms that are possible Saturday night. I think that's when we're really going to see shower and thunderstorm activity pick up.
So let's take this forward through this afternoon. We're not picking up anything right now, so this model's initializing fairly well because it's not showing anything but just a few little pop-up sprinkles, if anything. And that being the case all the way through the 7 o'clock hour, upper right, you can see the clock. It fills in a little bit more to the west as we get into tonight, but nothing too measurable expected until overnight and into tomorrow morning. Here's a little line of showers that extends from about Comfort through New Braunfels at 4:30 in the morning and dissipates over the city. And then widely scattered showers already tomorrow morning. You can see through about 7 to 10 a.m. Before things really thin out. And then we're quiet until, like you just said, Saturday evening. We start picking up some heavier rain up the I-35 corridor right on top of Canyon Lake at 6:30. Look at some showers and thunderstorms developing at Del Rio by 8:30 and 9 p.m. This could be the breeding ground, like we saw, of some very heavy storms. This is where Bracketville down to Eagle Pass is getting some heavy rain by 9, 10 p.m. And then this line develops 11 o'clock. You think conditions are in place for severe on this storm line here, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we could see a few strong storms here and there. I don't know how many of these storms could go severe. I don't think hail will be as much of an issue. It's still possible. You know, hail and damaging winds could be possible with these storms. I wouldn't expect it to be widespread severe weather, but a few of these storms could be strong. And another thing is really heavy rainfall. And honestly, Bill, that's in an area where they need heavier rain. So hopefully we can get the heavy rain in without the strong to severe storms, though, too.
Yeah, good point. Southwest, right where you see this heaviest rain predicted, was where the latest drought monitor had some pretty significant spots of drought. Severe and extreme was now isolated to southwest of the city, Eagle Pass over to Crystal City and La Pryor, not down to Carrizo Springs, but Carrizo Springs in severe. But boy, did we see from one week to the next, Andrew, a nice improvement on this drought monitor off to the east and southeast.
Yeah, we had talked about it that Victoria was going to see a ton of improvement after being in extreme drought for so long, and there it is. I mean, we had plenty of rain down that way. I'm surprised they still have severe drought, but I guess they were so deep into the drought that they really needed the rain, and they're going to get more rain as we head throughout this week.
You know, this is an encouraging picture that you're seeing a lot of non-colored areas. Wherever you don't see that contour, that's normal precipitation. The yellow is not drought, that's just abnormally dry condition, which is what we have in San Antonio. And that stretches north through Bernie, almost touching Kerrville, but most of Bandera County. And then you've got moderate drought in that khaki color. You know, it's not until you see more of that tan to brown, lighter brown, I guess you'd call it, that it turns severe. So yeah, this rainfall prediction is pretty solid on what we expect southwest, right over the spot that needs it the most. And that's exactly what happened 2 nights ago when we had that line develop on Wednesday night. It was perfect. I mean, it nailed the target down to the southwest. It also nailed the recharge zone. So beneficial rains for the aquifer too.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely needed it for the aquifer, and that's going to be real nice because this rain is going to do all sorts of stuff for us. It's going to, first of all, help make all this dry and hard ground. It's going to soften it up a little bit. But we just hope that we don't get any too heavy of showers along some of the area rivers. Those who may be headed out for Memorial Day weekend to do a little bit of camping, pay attention to the weather. That's going to be important because it's not just this one wave Saturday night. There's going to be more beyond this that continue for Sunday and into Monday too.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you want to make some weekend plans, it's really Saturday that's going to be probably the best day. You can see what starts happening late Saturday night. We have pretty good confidence in what this computer model is showing us, with this line developing by 10 or 11 p.m., sliding east through the midnight hour, impacting San Antonio as early as about 1:30 a.m. and pushing through the city. This is very heavy rain through 3 a.m. Sunday. And this impulse, again, the first of what we, like Andrew just said, expect to be several. There's going to be an area of low pressure that drops in and then cuts itself off and just sits over Texas for about 3 days. And that's why the rainfall amounts are very impressive. Let me show you what we call the QPF, the Quantitative Precipitation Forecast. And with that kind of setup, don't go blank on me. It worked right before the show.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little iffy. Try clicking back on it and then clicking forward again, Bill.
There it is.
Sometimes, there it is.
Look at the 5-inch
By the way, Matthew.
area. I mean, this is almost frightening how many widespread totals are expected at 5 inches of rain. Now, granted, it's over the course of 7 days, most of which falls from Saturday night through Tuesday. But man, this kind of rainfall forecast is going to lead to some flooding.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to see probably some river flooding, possibly splash flooding. We just hope that we can get it in an evened out amount of time. You know, heavy rain, get a little bit of a break. Heavy rain, get a little bit of a break. That's our best case scenario here.
Yeah, that's what we're going to pray for, because that's what you need for that water to recede just enough to prepare for that next round of heavy rain. So when is it supposed to be here for John? I think Saturday night, and then we've got several days from Sunday, Memorial Day, Monday night, Tuesday. That's going to be the bread and butter. Saturday night through Tuesday with these waves expected, John. Matthew, what is the most scariest storm? That's a good question. I think scariest for me is a tornado. I mean, that just is so frightening and so violent. But boy, when you talk about just global storms, I also think about a tsunami. That's pretty frightening as well. You know, if we're going to consider it all.
I would say,
right?
Yeah, and I would say for me was probably Hurricane Katrina, Matthew. And Matthew, by the way, you're one of our loyal viewers, and you had told us that your birthday was going to be Monday. If you go back and watch the Cloudy with a Chance of Learning on Monday, Matthew, we wish you a happy birthday. I know that you weren't able to be on. We didn't at least see you on commenting, but go back and watch it. We wish you a happy birthday there at the end of Cloudy with a Chance of Learning on Monday.
Awesome. What does weather in Corpus look like next week? So I'm glad you're asking about Corpus Christi, because I want to show you the weekend getaway map. And if you're planning a little trip for Memorial Day weekend, here's what we're expecting. Corpus Christi rain Sunday, Monday. Fredericksburg, chances from Saturday through Monday. I think South Padres forecast is probably boding the best as far as the 4 cities we're looking at.
Yeah, even on Sunday, I think that it wouldn't be too bad in South Padre, but Monday may start to get a little stormy down there.
Yeah, well, we're all going to be impacted by what we're expecting. Marina wants to say, my dog Charlie gets scared with storms. Absolutely. That clap of thunder, dogs do not like that. Birthday get together Monday evening in Nixon. How does it look? Yeah, I would have the indoor option, Kelly. I mean, it definitely looks like a good round of rain on Monday. I was showing some of the extended models last night, and as we get closer, we're expecting better and more accurate coverage on that rain and where it should fall. But last night showed, good waves of rain, a little bit of a break like mid-afternoon Monday, but another wave Monday night. So it was like mid-morning and then evening hours on Monday as of last night. Now that can change. As we get closer, we'll have a better handle on timing. But I'm hoping too, not only for your birthday celebration, but my 18-year-old daughter, my senior, they're having a little prom party on Monday night.
Oh.
And I was like, ugh, and it's not one that we're hosting. It's actually an event center that's hosting a small get-together for a limited amount of people, and it's going to be a fun little prom for them. They're going to get all dressed up. We've got, the limo lined up. We got everything ready. So just hoping we get a little break between that 5 and 10 time frame Monday.
Yeah, crossing fingers there.
Right, big time. Cross it all. What is weather? Okay, that was that one. Let's see. Garrick, what's up, man? Good to see you here. All right. Any questions? Stockdale, Heather. Yeah, definitely. Everyone under a very good chance of rain through the weekend as we expect these storms to develop, especially by Saturday night. Now, let me just show you while we're talking about it. Our 7-day forecast for the city and metro showing the chances today and tonight 20 to 30. A little bit better, 40% during the day Saturday, but up to 50-50 Saturday night. We just looked at that future radar picture and it looked pretty impressive. And then 60 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday 50. You know, I mean, these are really high coverage areas of the showers and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And that's why even through Wednesday of next week, with that low cut off, it's not moving out like typical systems would. And it's got the moisture of the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to have everything it needs to just really rain a lot over several days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we may see those rain chances go up towards the middle and end of the week. We'll just have to watch it closely. And Bill, the 8 to 14 day forecast for rainfall probability is showing above average rainfall possible for our area. So even past the 7-day, we could have even more rain for the next 2 weeks, really.
Uncapped, you know, I mean, we saw a good amount of rain above average April, and now May, it started awfully hot, but now it's starting to get pretty wet, heading into a real wet weather pattern. And as Andrew mentioned, we've got to pay close attention. So make sure you've got the KENS 5 app downloaded on your phone. Make sure you've got notifications turned on so that the KENS 5 app and our digital team can notify you of some changing conditions. And as Andrew mentioned, just please stay weather aware. A lot of you are going to be out and about enjoying Memorial Day weekend. Well, we want you to be safe and just stay ahead of the storm. And that's what we'll do. We've got the whole team ready to go for the weekend and into next week for coverage. Is Austin really going to be at 79 on Sunday? I wouldn't be shocked, Robert. I mean, for a time frame, yeah, with heavy rain, we're going to see some nice rain-cooled temps. You know, you can see the temperatures are expected to get a little below seasonal average on Sunday. There's no cold front at work here. This is an area of low pressure that's going to drop in from the west and then develop into a cutoff low. And when we say that, it means it does what it wants. It meanders and lingers and doesn't move out. And that's why it's a 3 to 4 day rain event.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to be that rain cool there too. So stop the temperatures from being able to get up too high up there for our neighbors in Austin.
So Matthew loves the look of the day on the noontime. So pretty. So I'm not, if you're talking about the orange display, we change our color tables for each of the shows. And I really, it's funny, if you're talking about the same thing I'm thinking you're talking about, like what I'll show you is the feels like temperatures, that orange banner, that's the color we use for noon. And for my shows, we go to a purple and a blue for 10 p.m. So I really like the oranges. If that's what you're talking about, Matthew, I agree with you. I'm all about that because it's kind of a sunnier look.
Oh, yeah.
Laylee, absolutely, yeah, a lot of rain. We need it for sure. Be safe and stay healthy. Wear your masks and practice social distancing. All right, Laylee, thank you very much. Good stuff. All this rain talk making me do a rain dance. Look out, Marina's rain dancing right now. And where's our rain? It's coming, Neil. We'll get some isolated showers today, but then, as we said, Saturday night is going to be the first round that we expect to be of several that will extend through Tuesday and even into Wednesday. So again, let's stay weather aware and keep ahead of the weather and the storms. All right, I know we've got some pictures, Andrew. We got a ton because we want to kind of recap last week too, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, we've got a ton to share with everybody.
You know, I love that people get some beautiful pictures out there. Make sure you're always staying safe and out of harm's way. But whenever you give us the eyes of South Texas, we really appreciate this. So our KENS 5 weather minds, cloudy with a chance of learning picture show, slideshow, right? Starts with Kara, some storm clouds and that moisture that you can see building. I remember this from last week. It was 2 Wednesdays in a row, actually, that we saw those storm lines develop from west to east. And last Wednesday night into Thursday was a little bit stronger than this one this week. But 2 weeks in a row to the day, we had some pretty strong storms develop on the dry line.
Oh yeah, I mean, and beautiful photos. Some of these storms always make for dramatic photos, and after them too. Maybe like this one from Rusty.
Yeah, I love this one. Rusty SPANNAGEL. I always think of Joe Reinagel. I don't know if there's any relation between SPANNAGEL and Reinagel, somewhere in the family tree. I bet you guys are connected, Rusty. But I love that color. And the foreground treatment with the tree, well done, Rusty.
Oh yeah,
He's very
really
good about
beautiful. A
sending some
lot of
wonderful shots.
yeah, a lot of drama to that shot.
Beautiful rainbow from Sam King. Look at that. I love when you get the entire rainbow. You know what's cool about rainbows? No one sees the same rainbow. You know, because where Sam is standing to take that picture, if you're just, say, 40 feet off to the right, you're going to see it a little bit differently. You know, everyone sees it from their exact spot, and it's a different view and a different color and, a different experience from all sides.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. And rainbows always such a cool phenomenon. Even that when we sometimes see them a little more often in the spring and summer, still just an awesome phenomenon.
This was almost a sad one. I remember this one. Sam Manchester in a shot of Casa Rio on the San Antonio Riverwalk, completely empty. And you might recognize that picture. It's from the bridge, and we use this in our KENS 5 logo. We've got a picture, but it's densely populated. I mean, there's crowds walking, and every one of those tables are occupied with parties of 4 to 5 people, and it's a bustling San Antonio Riverwalk, our number one tourist attraction in the state of Texas, and it's empty. I mean, it's almost like a shot from I Am Legend. I mean, it's surreal.
Yeah, and it's been a while since I've been on the Riverwalk myself. I'm hoping to go check it out. And while practicing social distancing, of course, sometime soon, though.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that the Riverwalk can't close. I mean, you can always walk the Riverwalk. Now that restaurants are opening, you've got, some good stuff to enjoy. In fact, it was funny with the bars reopening. I don't know if you saw this last night, Andrew, but Cowboys Dance Hall at 410 and I-35, the bars were allowed to open at 50% capacity today, right? Friday was the governor's rule. So they opened at 12:01 last night.
I saw that. We had that in the morning news, and I just kind of chuckled a bit. So, but hey, those who are comfortable with headed outside, there's, way to support local business.
Amen.
As long as everyone's being safe, nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. I mean, we can't stay like this. And like you say, we've got to get the economy back rolling. We've got so many business owners. And remember, small business is the backbone of our economy. It really is. When you look at Economics 101, it's small business that really is the backbone. So I'm grateful that a lot of them are reopening. And I just pray that they can all get out of this and succeed again, because it's going to be a tough, journey for a lot of businesses. Oh, Sonya in Stockdale. Sonya PRUSKI has a great eye, and she takes some phenomenal pictures down on her ranch. This is down in Wilson County.
Yeah, I mean, what a stunning photo. That sun just kind of coming through the trees, the rays of light coming through, and she actually sent us a few. Look at that old oak tree. Man, that's beautiful.
I love that. You can see the hay bales. Oh, look at Matthew dropping some knowledge. Rainbows are really circles, but you can't see the entire circle. Absolutely.
Oh,
Matthew.
there
Good stuff.
it is.
Marina,
Nice.
Send them to me or to Andrew A. Wilson at kens5.com, and then I'm B. Taylor at kens5.com. Make sure you're using the number 5 when you write that out on an email. But we would love to share some of your shots too, Marina. It's, again, B as in Bill, Taylor at kens5.com, or A. Wilson at kens5.com, and we'll get them on.
Yeah, we'd love to share them. I mean, Sonya sent us a bunch, and man, these are beautiful. That old oak tree is just, that's something I want in my yard whenever I get a house out in the country myself. I want a big old oak tree.
I love looking at them too. I almost picture them and just say, you know, there's one down at the Alamo, Andrew, that I just, the first time I saw it, and I started thinking, you know, if that tree could just tell us the story of the Battle of the Alamo. I mean, it was there when that battle occurred. You know, the tree you're looking at, definitely a few hundred years old. I don't know, definitely, but
Yeah.
that's got to be at least 100, I would think.
Oh,
And
I'd be willing to bet too. Yeah, and I think I know which one you're talking about. Maybe the one right beyond the fence to the left of the entrance.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's
it's
a
inside.
beautiful
It's
old
like
oak tree
where
there.
they were. It's
Yeah,
almost that courtyard spot. Yep,
right, right.
that's exactly right. And what's really cool about the tree, remember, you look at these spectacular oaks, the root system underground is larger than what you see above ground. I mean, that's what's always amazing about trees. Did you also know, here's another little bit of tree trivia, trees are the second most referred to and talked about life form in the Bible. So number one in the Bible is, of course, man and mankind. Number two is the tree.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
I
a
did not know
gorgeous shot.
that.
Look at that.
Oh
Now,
yeah, just stunning. You know, some of the old trees, and look at life springing up out of an old stump.
right? Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Life
beautiful.
finds
And
a way.
Sonia
Oh,
sent
look
us a
at
ton
that.
of great photos here.
Sonya, this, I haven't seen this one. That's almost like when people do the heart shape with their hands.
Yeah,
That is so
Mother
cool.
Nature's version.
Now here's a little Sonya Pruski trivia for you too, Andrew. You know Liz
Okay.
Lopez here at Ken's Five, and Liz is one of our producers on Great Day SA, but she has been here for a long time. In fact, I remember when she came in, a young lady on our floor crew. She started running camera for the newscast, and that's how she came into Ken's Five. Part-time, run the camera, and now she's one of our best producers over at Great Day SA. And Sonya Pruski was her high school basketball coach.
Oh
Isn't
wow.
that cool? Yeah. Yeah, when Sonya first started sending pictures, she said, hey, make sure to tell Liz I said hello. I coached her basketball back in high school.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? Oh,
Super cool.
Vanessa Guidino is in Del Rio, and one of our faithful viewers. She's always on our Ken's Five Facebook updates at evening hours and staying ahead of the storm for her and her family out in Del Rio. And they, of course, have had a very active spring of showers and thunderstorms. Just kind of capturing a double rainbow. You can see the second one is a little faded, but vibrant color on that first one. And it almost looks like it's
Oh yeah.
illuminating the top of that roof a little bit.
Yeah, for real, man. That's just a beautiful photo of you know, something that you don't see too often. You got to have a lot of light coming in there to get bent to show that double rainbow. And man, that's a beautiful shot.
It's really cool because when I first saw her last name, I think of my Uncle Guido. I had an Uncle Guido. I grew up in an Italian family in New Jersey, Guido Rocco. So whenever I see Gudino, hey, how you doing? There's Vanessa Gudino. Nice to see you. How you doing over there? Beautiful color from Gerald Silva. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, just a stunning view. And Gerald, thank you so much for sending that into us.
You know, whenever you see those kind of clouds, like a few hours, like it'll be 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can almost kind of tell when you have that, especially that mix of cirrus and a few mid-weather, or I should say mid-atmosphere cumulus, you know you're going to have a spectacular sunset. It's almost like we want to, you know, issue a beautiful sunset alert, you know?
Now, hey, grab the cameras because it's going to be beautiful weather outside.
Yeah, absolutely. And the color, I mean, when you get that cotton pink, it just is spectacular. God's paintbrush. So thanks to
Oh,
all
yeah.
of you for sending in some photos, and we'd love to see some more. Sometimes we pepper them into the newscast. Sometimes we can save them here for our Fridays. Either way, you know, it's been an active weather week, so I haven't been able to show a lot of pictures on our evening newscasts. But it's always a pleasure to see what South Texas is looking like. So keep them coming. Again, either at btaylorkens5.com or awilson@kens5.com. And when you're posting to social media, make sure you're using the hashtag Kens5Eyewitness. And then we're definitely seeing them on social, and we can share them to the Kens 5 platforms.
Yeah, and guys, this week there's never been a better time to use that hashtag Kens5Eyewitness to keep us updated too on what you're seeing. You know, we're going to have so much rain the next few days. As long as you can get pictures and videos safely, safety first. You know, then
Safety
send them
first.
to us on Twitter.
Yeah, if you're outside, you know, make sure you're not outside in any kind of lightning. We've had highly electrically charged storms. Almost every one of these lines is just packed with tons of dangerous lightning. Do not underestimate the danger of lightning. Lightning, if you hear thunder, lightning can strike where you're standing. So when thunder roars, get indoors. You cannot have thunder without there being some lightning. You might not see the bolt. You might not see the flash or illumination. But if there's thunder, there has to be lightning because that's what makes thunder. So if you hear thunder, you're within a distance that can be hit with a lightning bolt. I've seen, and we've seen too many times where the line of storms is in one location and 15, 20, even up to 30 miles away, lightning is occurring under partly cloudy skies.
Yeah, it can be scary.
Even sometimes it's a rare phenomenon. It's under blue skies. They call it bolt out of the blue. It's the most dangerous lightning there is because it will literally be blue skies. And there could be a bolt of lightning, you know, that generates and occurs. Belly is going to grab her camera this weekend and do a senior photo shoot. Oh, wow. You got a senior in your life. Congratulations. I know it's been a very, very unusual year for our seniors, so God bless them. It's okay. You learn something new every day, Melinda. Amen. Always. You can't. It's impossible to not learn something every day. I remember having this debate with somebody one day, and it was me who said, "Well, wait a second. What if you were like in a cabin, away from electricity, internet, anything, and you were in the cabin by yourself for 24 hours?" Well, you would learn something about yourself. You would learn that you could do that.
Yeah.
You would learn what to do in that situation. There would be something, even in that situation, that you'd learn.
Every time.
One of our engineers, Jamie Bauman, the man, the legend. Thank you for all you do, brother. I got to say that first. That man's incredible. And he thought I was in here talking to myself. Which means
Hey, Jamie, it's Andrew.
Which means
I'm on the other side of the computer now.
Hey, we're going to have an exciting summer of Cloudy with a Chance of Learning. I want to tell you a little bit about this, that we're going to continue our program here on our Ken's 5 Facebook and our YouTube channels through the summer. We've had such a great outpouring of support as well as accolades, and we're really going to keep this going. So it's been a wonderful thing for us to do, a great way to interact with you, the viewer, the follower, in this Facebook way. But we've really enjoyed doing it, and we're going to add to it. We've got some great, exciting ideas we're going to roll out for June and July as the classroom continues. I didn't think so, Andrew. I mean, I thought, you know, let's do something while the kids are at home, give the parents a break. But this has really turned into something special. I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, I'm excited to keep going all the way through July, and who knows, maybe even we continue on past that. But it's been really fun and a different way to kind of do our weather talks. You know, typically we just get in front and say what the weather's going to be. We don't get to go into the science of it, and it's fun to get to go into the science.
Especially with the interaction available so that people can ask questions and be a part of it as well. And I really strongly suggest, now that I mentioned those emails, btaylor@kens5.com, awilson@kens5.com, send in some ideas. Let us know what you'd like to hear about. Hey, have you ever if you guys ever talked about this or that, and some of the topics you'd like for us to discuss? We would love to do that. And we even have the technology, from what I understand, Andrew, we can Zoom people into this and maybe even have some guests on our Cloudy with a Chance of Learning. Is that possible?
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely can. You know, we can have different, we can probably get, you know, multiple calls on here and have multiple boxes of people and talk to people on here.
See, that's so cool. There's so many things that have occurred because of the pandemic that I really hope continue out of the pandemic. And this is one of them, as I just said. But I think one of the things I really think continues are the birthday parades.
Yeah, I could see that continuing.
Right? I could see some kids that are like, well, my birthday's in December. I want a parade. I mean, because they're extravagant.
Yeah.
They're awesome. In fact, funny story as we wrap up, let me just tell one story before we go today. My daughter, my 18-year-old, was blessed with a scholarship from her elementary school. Her elementary school gives out alumni scholarships, and there's a handful of them, and she was one of the recipients this year. So they said, okay, they told us, look, we're going to have a little parade with the principal and some of the teachers at about 6 o'clock. All right, so it was unfortunate I missed it, but I saw some great video of it. And so they go outside at about 10 to 6, right? And they're waiting in the driveway, and all of a sudden, here comes a car with some balloons, right? And there's about 3 or 4 you could see coming around the corner. It's definitely a car parade. They're honking. So Kendall, my daughter, walks out to the end of the driveway. Here comes the first car, and she's just like, hi, waving, all excited. And it says, happy birthday, John. And they kept going. Because it was a birthday parade that was down the street. And look, Kendall's out there like, oh, okay. Happy birthday. And it wasn't shortly
Well, she just got to be a part of the parade.
Right, exactly, right? But yeah, just a few minutes later and her parade showed up, but it was funny that back-to-back parades, man. Too cool. All right, well, Andrew
Nice.
Wilson, thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you running things from the compound. And once again, it's always a pleasure to work with you and give us Cloudy with a chance of learning.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun to get to do it with you. And remember, guys, we love Fun Time Friday. This is one of my favorite days of the week. Send us your photos and your drawings. We haven't had as many drawings recently. If you're drawing anything, maybe you're drawing a hurricane for the beginning of hurricane season. Maybe you're drawing something out in space. Send it to us. We want to share it with everyone.
Hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. We'll see you on First at 4. And, of course, stay weather aware this weekend.
Yep, have a good one.